Okay, so welcome to the second part where I do some chart analysis. If you just come into this, then please look at the part one where I do my macro outlook. And then, yeah, so let's take a look at what happened and where we see the markets going. So before I do that, just the legend so you know exactly what's there. So the black numbers are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Pink numbers are going to be breakout levels. And claret numbers, they're just going to be horizontal levels where I've identified support or resistance, generally based on double or triple tops or bottoms. Okay, so as usual, I start with the Dow. Just remember, everything I analyze is futures contracts. So you would have to make price adjustments, but trends are trends. You know, it's not going to really make much change whether you're trading CFDs or futures. So I've got resistance at 41,613. I got support at 40,047. Now I've added the fib levels on. Just because it's going to give you potentially a few extra support levels on the way down. You know, just obviously just be wary of them, and if they break those levels, just be cautious. Don't hold on to these trades for too long if you're using these types of indicators. And then the S&P, so I've got resistance there at 56.63. And then I couldn't really find a decent support line. So, you know, if I can't find one, I'd prefer not to put one on because they're more likely to cost you money, to be honest with you. But if you look there on Friday, I mean, what a great level that 50 was for the Fibonacci level there. But of course, it only closed just above that, so it's going to really depend on how it gets going this week. And of course, we've got US inflation data coming out this week. Moving on to the Nasdaq, so I've got resistance at 19,587. I've got support at 18,282. Again, I've put the fib levels on there. Now, quite interestingly, it sort of did get down. It just managed to break the golden ratio, the 618 level, but it closed on the golden ratio. Now, you know, the way I look at Fibonacci's is if it breaks that golden ratio, that 618 level, and it closes below it, I'm really then looking and thinking it's gone from really being a retracement to being a reversal. And then there's more potential in this case on the downside. So, you know, that's just the way that I look at it. You have to make your own minds up on these things. Okay, so moving on to the pound against the dollar. The dollar sort of pretty much a little strength, a little weakness, but ended up basically where it started the week. And so, yeah, I've got resistance at 132.38. I've got support at 130.59. As you can see, you know, it's gonna, if it doesn't do it beginning of the week, by the end of the week, I would expect that to break out on one side or the other. And I've got that long-term support level in there at 126.21. For the euro against the dollar, I've got resistance at 111.65. I've got support at 110.68. Lower down, support at 109.26. And of course, you know, it's ECB week this week as well. So, you know, there is a good chance that it could potentially break one of those levels. A rate cut is on the cards. I doubt whether they're going to give any forward guidance apart from saying it's all going to be data dependent on what happens and when. Moving on to Bitcoin, a bad week for Bitcoin, finishing at the week's lows and the lowest it's been for a few weeks now. And I've got resistance now at 57.854. Nice support line there at 52.761. But again, you know, there's bit of weakness there, so depends if that can hold that. And of course, on Tuesday night or Tuesday evening in the US, there's the debate with Trump and Harris. And of course, you know, if Trump puts on a stellar performance, maybe you'll see a bounce in Bitcoin. But otherwise, it's just following what's going on with the economies at the moment. And gold, you know, it's sort of, again, it's sort of pretty much sort of just range traded, really. Okay, sort of a $50–$60 range, but you know, that's pretty much all it did last week. And so I've got resistance at 25.52 with support at 24.97. And then last but not least, I mean, just look at that oil chart. I mean, it was a whole week of just down, down, down. And so, yeah, I've got resistance at 79.05, 75.50 with support at 67.17. But, you know, OPEC's not doing itself any favours. And you know, is it going to be lower? I mean, how far can it go down? I mean, concerns about demand are creeping in, but you'd have thought, you know, with the tension in the Middle East and other geopolitical situations and such like going on, that it may give it a bit of a bottom. But you know, at the moment, yeah, I mean, just look at that. It's been bearish all week. So anyway, that finishes my analysis. I hope you enjoy this. Look forward to seeing you back next week. There's another couple of slides, including all the other services I do. And I've got some free courses coming up in October and November that, you know, you're more than welcome to contact me to find out more. My email address is chris@tradingfortomorrow.com. Please state that you're interested in courses if you do so. And all that does is just sort of leave me to wish you a great week and look forward to seeing you next week. So, just a little heads up on my services. So I offer a daily newsletter that includes global news, headlines, my views. That's a subscription service. I also offer one-day workshops. You know, this helps you to discover if trading could be your next career or maybe just a secondary income. But you know, the one thing is, because I offer a variety of them, is I can also just fill in any gaps that you may have with your current trading, or you know, whether it's macro or actual trading skills. And then I offer a 1 week intensive course. You know, that's going to make you feel confident and competent after just 1 week. And you know, that's going to basically give you the foundations on which to build your trading career. You know, I'm going to help you find that inner trader, and that also now includes a free trading challenge. And then there's my Flexi Masterclass. That's 6 weeks of guided learning, but you can spread them out. You don't have to take them all at once, and that does help to accelerate the learning curve. And that's designed to provide you with all the knowledge and trading tools that you're going to need to navigate these markets, you know, and any asset class, you know, whether it's financial, commodity, digital, I'm involved in them all. And as I say, the weeks can be spread out there, and that also includes a free trading challenge. Trader mentoring, so you know, maybe you've already got some experience but you're looking to get to that next level and you're struggling to do that. I offer mentoring by the hour, by the day, or a monthly subscription. It's entirely up to you, but you know, I just want to help you guys to reach that next level time and again. And of course, I provide lots of trader educational content, not just to individuals but also to exchanges and brokers. And if you're looking for that funded trading account, you know, so you don't have to risk your capital, then contact me for details. I've got 2 good ones that I use. Okay, so finally, as usual, just ending with a disclaimer. So, if you're already involved in, you'll know this. If not, then please take serious note of this, that trading does involve the risk of loss of capital and it's not suitable for everyone. However, I do hope it is for you. And now, because there's leverage involved from many companies, just be careful because you can lose substantially more than that initial investment. The regulators are a bit more on top of that these days, but, even so, just be a bit cautious. Everything that I include in these just purely for educational purposes. I'm not trying to encourage you to trade or invest. That must be your decision. And of course, before you make that decision, you've got to consider the risks involved. And that includes your financial situation, definitely your level of experience, definitely your risk appetite, and of course, only risk capital you're prepared, but more importantly, that you can afford to lose. And if you've got any doubts whatsoever, first of all, think twice before you do it. Speak to a financial advisor. And do that before you risk your capital. I have so many people come to me because they've lost money. I'd rather they come to me and learn how to do it and not lost the money in the first place, because that's just a waste of their savings. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and I'll be doing these on a weekly basis. So I'm going to post the links in places so that you can get to them. My new website will be finished soon, but in the meantime, you can reach me at the email address below on all the slides, which is chrisjtubby55@gmail.com. And all I can say is I wish you a wonderful week. Best of luck with your trading, and hope to see you again next weekend. Bye for now.